The pressure on this team has never been higher as we hit the 50-win total for the first time and also won our division for the first time. We absolutely have to succeed this season. Now, I will say this, a lot of people were concerned about Cole Castles being on the fourth line because of his overall. Keep in mind, he's not the biggest point getter. He is strictly a defensive shutdown guy, but to appease you guys for the moment, we'll move up that line. I know you said just swap Virtanen and Castles, but Virtanen fits in much better with Velarde and Kiru. So we'll just swap those two lines and we will see what happens there. And of course, if things start to go downhill, we'll have to switch that back. But quickly, let's take a look at the point totals for our team this season. And then of course, we will take a look at Nashville. Another strong season for Stamkos with 79 points. Taylor Hall, I imagine, would have been right up there with him had he not missed the last 5 games of the season. I won't go over everybody. Just feel free to take a look at how players performed. We'll take a look at the AHL really quickly too, just for the hell of it, so you can see how some of these players performed. And of course, you can get a quick look at some of their overalls. A lot of injuries, a lot of lineup changes because of injuries to the main roster, but overall a pretty good season for both teams. Quickly too, we'll take a look at how Thatcher Demko performed this season. Thankfully, of course, he bounced back and was able to rebound with a .922 save percentage and 45 wins. So a hell of a season for Demko, and Tom McEachern also turned it around towards the back half of the season. And taking a quick look at the entire league so you can see where Stamkos and Hall measured up before taking a look at the Predators. Benn and Sagan continue to be dominant in Dallas, but Steven Stamkos finishes in the top 5 in scoring. So a strong season there for Stammer. Of course, he stayed healthy for us this year, which was huge. He was one of the few guys to actually stay healthy for us. But the Nashville Predators, our next challenge, or our first challenge here in this postseason. Paul Stastny, surprisingly, their leading scorer at 35 years old and 87 overall. Ryan Johansson, 1 point behind at a 90. Max Reinhart with 42 points, and Colton Sissons with an 83. So I certainly like who we have at center, but you cannot doubt that really the top 3, even with Reinhart only being at an 84, he can certainly put up points. Left wing, Philip Forsberg is still there, only at an 87 overall though. Colin Wilson, Vladislav Kamenev, and Yakov Trenin, an 81 overall, but he only played 18 games, so I don't think he is a full part of their lineup. They still have James Neal, Craig Smith, Arvidsson, Aberg, and they also added Cal Clutterbuck, who had 26 points for them this year. Defensively, Shea Weber is still the guy, but as you can see, only 30 points. They only had one defenseman in the top 4 of scoring, so Jack Dougherty, an 83 overall. But certainly their defense is not what it used to be. They still have, or they do have, Chris Tanev, who is down to an 82 overall. But we certainly have a better defense than them at this point, and hopefully that comes into play. But in the past, that hasn't exactly meant everything. But it's a rough defensive situation in Nashville. And then the goaltenders, Michael Neuwirth is their starter, finished with a .914 save percentage. Not that good. Marek Mazanik, the backup, was worse. And our old buddy Maxim Ovechkin, currently in their AHL team, had 5 starts. He didn't do that well either. You've seen the point totals, you've seen the lineup, so let's get into this. Game 1, it is lovely, just fantastic to have home ice advantage to start this series, and hopefully we can make the most of it. First period of Game 1, we outshoot them 13-7, but can knock it on the board. Second period, and that's not what I was looking for, Cole Castles with a big goal there, but it's Philip Forsberg and Craig Smith giving Nashville the lead. Third period, let's go. Close game. I really didn't want to be trailing heading into the third period, but it's anybody's game. The shots are even, so who knows what's going to happen. Halfway through the period now, come on. We can't drop Game 1, can we? Seriously? Come on, don't do this to me. Not in Game 1. At least give me some false hope, please. And we drop Game 1 to the Nashville Predators 2-1. Michael Neuwirth stands on his head with 25 out of 26 saves. And we drop Game 1, and Nashville immediately neutralizes that home ice advantage for the time being. That was not the ideal start. Moving on though, game 2, and I hate to call it a must-win this early, but we cannot afford to go to Nashville down 2-0. First period, scoreless again. Second period, scoreless again. And this sets up a huge third period early on in the series. A power play for Nashville. It's a fucking long power play too, but we kill it off. Well done. Halfway through the period now, and I'm getting concerned. Our top players have been silent, and I knew it. I knew it was going to be one of those defensemen that I named, and Victor Arvidsson scores. This can't happen. This can't happen with this team. Not after 50 wins. This cannot happen. We lose game 2, 2-0, and we fall down 2-0 in this series. The series shifts to Nashville for game 3. I have switched back the third and fourth line, so the Sorella, Horvat, and Castles line is now once again the fourth line. We've brought it back to what worked for us for the majority of the season, and hopefully that can turn this series around. First period of game 3, and it's 1-1 after the first. Kamenev and Velarde with the goals. Second period, Ryan Johansson scores. Oh my god, we are in trouble. Victor Arvidsson scores immediately 59 seconds in, and we are on the verge of fucking disaster. Drake Caggiula gets a goal back. Come on, boys, please. Where's the fight? Philip Forsberg gets a goal. This cannot be happening. This can't be happening. This is unbelievable, guys. We lose game 3, 4-2, and the best team in the Pacific Division is now 1 game away from being eliminated, potentially swept. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Game 4, there's nothing to be done. What can be done at this point? What can be done? This team that finally looked like it had all the promise in the fucking world, and we're down 3-0 to fucking Nashville. What are we supposed to do? What am I supposed to do here, guys? I'm just gonna throw something at the wall and see what sticks. Drouin, Lindholm, Stamkos, now the top line. That top line's just been dead silent. They haven't done a fucking thing for us. Caggiula, Matthews, Virtanen, Sorella, Horvat, Castles, McCann with Velarde and Siroux on that bottom pairing. Chychrun now with Jones, Tramkin, Mestetcher, Valiev, and Parayko. I don't even know what to say, guys. I thought this was the year. And we might not even get out of the first round here. It's game 4 in Nashville. Unless we can channel the fucking 2010 Flyers, this series is over. The season's over. First period, and we get the first goal. Steven Stamkos gets his first point of the series, I believe. Second period, scoreless. We're out shooting them. That's looking good. Let's go into the third period. Can we add to it? We have a 5-on-3 power play. We don't get anything. Power play for Nashville. They don't get anything. Oh my god. Halfway through the period now. An extra goal would really be nice right about now. Unless Thatcher Demko, knock on wood, can shut the door. Can we? And fucking Craig Smith. Oh my, fuck, man. 51 seconds left and Demko finally gives up a goal. Let's just go into overtime. I don't even want to look. I am just disgusted by this game right now. Austin Matthews, though, gets the overtime winner. I can't even be excited about it, guys. I can't even be excited about it. This is just, this is absolute misery to sit through. But we take game 4 and we're still alive. Game 5 on home ice in Vancouver. 1 win down, 3 to go. Nashville has 3 chances left to eliminate us, and I can't imagine they won't succeed. First period of Game 5. 1 goal apiece, Forsberg and Seth Jones. Second period, goal apiece again, Victor Kamenev. Well, he was like an 83 overall, for Christ's sake. And Jonathan Drouin. Third period, season on the line. What will happen here? A power play, please. Jesus Christ, with another one, please. Come on now. Have we ever scored and Velarde scores, that's good. Have we ever scored a power play goal in a fucking playoff game? It really doesn't feel like it. It just doesn't. Like, we had a pretty shit power play, so I switched up the settings. Although I don't even know if that does anything. Cal Clutterbuck ties it with 1:40. I tried a different strategy of not talking about it and seeing if things would go right. And again, we let up a late goal to go to overtime. You think we're fucking escaping overtime this time out? Of course we're not. Of course we're not. Just finish us off, Nashville. We're done. We're toast. End the season. I'm begging you. So I can trade away 90% of my goddamn team. Because clearly, this core is not good enough. But goddamn it. Cole Castles with the goal. 44 shots to 30. We win the game 4-3. And EA's doing their fucking damnedest to try and get my hopes up. Velarde and Jones with 2 points apiece. We take Game 5 by the score of 4-3. But we're still down 3-2 in this series. Game 6 in Nashville. Let's do this. There's no way. There's no way this is going to happen. It can't. It won't. I have a feeling this is going to be it. First period, a goal apiece. Cole Castles gets us on the board. Cal Clutterbuck, who just continues to fucking score somehow, gets the goal. Second period, again a goal apiece. This time Nikita Nikitin and Jonathan Drouin. Neuwirth isn't in. It's Marek Mazanik, which is interesting. But let's do this, guys. Third period, and fucking Craig Wilson, Colin Wilson, whatever, Max Ryan. It's over. It's over. This team, this beautifully crafted team that dominated in the regular season and competed for the fucking President's Trophy, is going to crash and burn in the fucking first round. Just, I'm not... Get us to overtime. Just please. And, oh my god. Drake Caggiula and Bo Horvat, under 2 minutes apart, force overtime for the third consecutive game. Can lightning strike 3 times? I doubt it. Overtime. Season on the line. Power play for Nashville. We kill it off, and Bo Horvat gets the goal in overtime. And we have forced a fucking Game 7. Wow. We're going to Game 7. Bo Horvat with 2 goals. And we're going to fucking Game 7 back in Vancouver. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's Game 7 for us, Game 5 for Utica. So both of our team seasons could come to an end right now. Let's do this. Let's just get this over with. Unbelievable. Game 7 on home ice against Nashville. First period, Drake Caggiula on Mazanik. I should have checked to see if Neuwirth's injured. 1-0 after 1. Second period, Horvat gets another one. Fucking, I'm not doing the same DJ Khaled joke, by the way. Paul Stastny, though, their leading scorer, gets one back. We're being outshot, but we enter the third period up 2-1. I don't even want to look at the screen. I just don't even want to look at the screen. Third period, though. Still 2-1 power play for Nashville. It's a fucking long one. Must have been a major. But we kill it off. We kill it off. Fuck. Paul Stastny gets the goal. Don't know. Fucking Christ. 4 overtime games in a row. 4 overtime games in a row. Let's just... let's go. Let's just do this. For the 4th time, we go to overtime. We have a power play. We can't get it done. Come on. Come on now. Don't fucking do this to me, EA. Another power play, yes! Troy Stecher, you beautiful bastard. Fuck this game. Oh my god. I fucking hate this game for just putting me through that. Oh my fucking god. The most ridiculous series I have ever seen. I have been playing NHL games since I was essentially fucking born. I haven't missed an NHL game since NHL 94. In a season mode, in a GM mode. I have never seen a fucking playoff series like that. To be down 3-0 and we win 4 straight games in fucking overtime. And we're going to the fucking 2nd round. That was the most ridiculous fucking thing I have ever seen on this game. Absolutely unbelievable. Down 4 straight overtime games though, guys. 4. If you've watched this series, if you've watched the Bruins GM mode series, you know our luck in overtime is shit. Is absolute dog shit. And we just fucking won 4 straight. Jared McCann with 6 assists despite being on the 4th line. Drouin with 5 points. Stecher, Sorella, Kajula, Horvat with 3 goals. In just the most ridiculous. Virtanen and Parayko were the only people without points. Jake Virtanen has been fucking terrible. Maybe we'll shift up the lines again, or maybe we'll keep them the same because this is the team that just pulled off a fucking miracle. Let's move on. Let's find out. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Let's find out who we play in round 2. Fuck the scouting. Apparently Utica didn't close out their series. And in the 2nd round, it's the LA Kings. In the 2nd round, it's the fucking LA Kings. I'm at a loss for words at this point, guys. So I'm going to call it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And of course, I'd appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Because you just never quite know what's going to happen in this series.